my plan.
Greg Giraldo has that great bit about the idea of like, oh, he's just gonna spend it on booze, and like, can you blame him? Like, look at his life. Can you blame him? And but the thing that a lot of people will do irresponsibly is they go, hey, we just got $1,000. We can finally take that vacation we've been wanting.
That's what they're gonna do. That's what I said at the beginning of the show. That's what they're gonna do.
But what I'm saying is that they might take that vacation and go to Mexico or Thailand. Oh, this is fuck. I should have thought of it. They're all gonna take the vacation to Mexico. Mexico's economy will get great. They won't want us coming over anymore. They'll pay for the wall. Holy shit. It's
they'll build
chess.
They'll build the wall on Mexican land. Right?
It's 10D chess. Yeah. They'll finally, they don't want the disease coming over.
Maybe 11.
They'll yeah. I think actually the best thing that they did in terms of trying to curb immigration is line the border with some of the shittiest states. Brilliant move. Arizona? Come on.
How dare you? How dare you? American Southwest is a gem.
Which state are you standing up for right now?
Turquoise.
Is it Texas?
Dry heat.
New Mexico.
Dude, I went to was I on the show after I did the Texas tour? I don't remember if I was there, if I was on last, after, or before.
I don't remember.
But I did. Did I tell you the story about Laredo?
I don't remember.
We did a show in Laredo, and our hotel was on the border. Like, outside my window, like, you could see the human rights violations outside my window. It was, the tents were just below. Like, we had a balcony that we could overlook the tents. It was crazy. And so, a couple things. One, I looked that up because I was like, oh my God, are those the like separating families tents? Those are the courthouse tents. So Laredo only has the courthouses, but the city of Laredo offered the U.S. government a very nice building for a $1 lease for 100 years. And they said no, because they want the fucking tents because they're scary.
Yeah, I like that.
And so
like that.
It's theater. The other thing is my buddy Radu that opened for me, Radu Bondar. He's Romanian. He grew up in Romania, and he wanted to go over to Nuevo Laredo, and people were like, it's dangerous, you shouldn't go. He's like, look, I'm from the ship. Okay, I've seen way worse. Like, I'm from Romania. I'll be fine. And he's talking to some guy at a bar, and the guy takes a puff on a cigarette, doesn't even look at him, looks like through him, and just goes, the way they will kill you is so horrific. And Radu was just like, all right, never mind. I'm fine.
You will find out what your testicles taste like.
Yeah. I asked someone, because I was curious too, and because we could walk over, and I was curious, and I asked someone who worked at the hotel, and I was like, hey, is it, are they making it up? Is it as dangerous as they say? And she's like, you don't want to go there. And I was like, but what about during the day? I'm sure it'll be fine. She goes, you don't want to go there. And she's like, I have family there. And I was like, do you not see them? And she goes, no, I live there. You don't want to go there. I was like, oh, fuck. All right, fair enough.
It's easier for them to find you in the daytime, senor.
Yeah.
I had the same
Go at
feeling.
night so you can hide.
It's almost
and by the way, it's not like it's all Mexico. It's just the border towns are fucking rough.
I know.
Are they really rough? Like if I went there, would something happen? I know, but like, I think Steve also shares this disbelief with me. Like, surely you can exist in these.
I didn't think that, but apparently in some of these border cities, and not all of them, but in some of them, and Nuevo Laredo is one of them, the police force is just gone. It is absolutely run by the cartels. And so if you drive over, walking over is the safest thing you can do, because if you drive over, they will lock your car in. Like, 2 people drive up on the side of you, 2 people drive up in front and behind you, and you're done. And so
they do what?
There's steal your car and possibly you. It's just completely run. Like, those towns don't have a police presence. Have you ever been to Camden, New Jersey? It's very similar.
Many times. Yeah.
So it's
that's where I was born.
You were born in Camden?
Yep.
Oh my God, local boy makes good. And so it's something where, look, you're not guaranteed to be assaulted. You're not guaranteed to be mugged, but the odds are pretty fucking high. The odds are like an 85-year-old getting coronavirus high. Like, it is rough. And I didn't know any of this because I thought it was all hyped up. And then I did a lot of research when I was going to go over there. And not only was I there, but I was also because we did a whole tour. We were in El Paso, which is also a border town right on the other side of Juarez. And then I was in, what was the other one I was in? Yuma, which is bordered. I forget what the Mexican city is on the other side, but these are all border towns. And like I looked up all the stats, and not only that, I was on when I was in one of them, I was on Tinder, and I matched with someone on the other side of the border, and she was going to come over to see the show. She's going to come over to see the show, and she's like, I can't. And I was like, why? And she goes, because and whatever the word is, I looked it up. It basically means like SUVs or whatever are out, which means like that's the criminals driving around, and it's not safe to go out of your house.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that she wanted you to come to her, and I'm like, I bet that's a thing that happens. That there's like,
I'm sure that's a thing that happens.
Like dudes over to come over the border, and then just like, well, we have you now, senor.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Check. I people have made fun of me before for saying that. It's like, it seems pretty dangerous down there. I don't think I'd want to go. I don't think I want to go. Increased risk. I'm not saying they snatch up every American because people are like, I went. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
yeah,
okay, all right. I'm not going though, because I'm sure a lot of people go and they're kidnapped or they're dismembered or they.
Yeah, there are also people who do handstands on skyscrapers and they're fine. And then there are some people who fell off the fucking building, and I'm not willing to up my odds. There's no reason.
Yeah, an unnecessary risk. Look, there's nothing so nice in Mexico worth that risk. Okay.
Well, one of the things I said to Radu, and I have this made it to a video where I was like, I don't think we should go. And he's like, why not? And I said, because this is what the American side looks like. Like, have you seen this place? I do think that, and it is weird, like Laredo, especially, I've never felt more like I was not in America while in America than in Laredo. Like Laredo may as well have been in Mexico. There was very little English spoken there. There were very, very few signs. And I mean, a couple blocks that are right by the border. You get 5 miles north and you start going to the malls and shit. It's completely different. But I mean, like there's like this 2 or 3 block section of like Mercado that's basically right on the U.S. side of the border that does not look like America at all. It's a fascinating place. And by the way, the people there couldn't have been nicer. It was one of the best hospitalities we got anywhere we went. And there are plenty of places in Mexico that are perfectly safe right now, but the border ain't one of them.
Yeah, I think I've been within 30 miles, 40 miles. That's about as close as I've gotten. We were out on a ranch that was about 30 miles, I think. I want to say that was the number, 20, 30, 40 miles, somewhere in there from the border. That's as close as I've been.
No, man.
Nice
you haven't been to Mexico?
Paso's, what?
I asked Kyle, you haven't been to Mexico?
No.
I drove to Mexico, but
I've been twice.
It was a long time ago, so things may be different.
Yeah, I've been twice. Both were in like kind of resorty areas, so it's not the same. What's
the Mexican place right by San Diego?
Tijuana.
That's where I went. Tijuana.
Yeah. And that's not safe now, but oddly enough, Tijuana is one of the safer border towns. Juarez is better than it was, but that doesn't mean it's good. El Paso is very different because El Paso is an enormous city. I think it's like the 5th most populous in Texas, and so that's very different because Juarez is right next to El Paso, but at the same time, but like if you go to a smaller one, like, and that's why Laredo is so interesting because Laredo is a pretty small city, and so it is mainly just a border town. It's not like it's I mean, El Paso has like a huge college and fucking tons of sporting events and big concerts and shit, and that's not Laredo. It's crazy.
I have paramotor friends that live near the border, and they fly over it all the time like it's nothing. I'm like, I don't think you can do that.
Like, which part of the border? That's not legal. That's not legal at all. But
they theoretically fly over it all the time.
Yeah, but there's also
would like their name, senor.
Yeah. There's also there's also that huge stretch of border. It's so funny when people are like, build that wall. There's that huge stretch of border. We drove next to it for a while where it's like, no one's walking over this. What the fuck wall are you going to build through these mountains, man?
Is it that hard to walk over?
There are sections of the border where it's just mountains and desert. And like, if you can get through that, motherfucker, I want you as part of my country. If you are tough enough to get through that part, Absolutely. You are tough enough to be one of us.
It should be
Like,
it.
that is
There should be an opening that we call the gauntlet as a way to earn your citizenship. And if you get
that is the path to citizenship.
exactly. It's based on athletic ability only. Mountain climbing.
Yeah.
And some assholes with paramotors do it easily.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that's the steroids of that.
Hey,
Yeah,